Today, I hit or reach a milestone with this channel. Ever since coming back, the last time I was here was 2 years ago, and I decided to come back on May the 19th when I started. I posted my first comeback video on this channel, and today I completed 30 consecutive 30 days of posting. Not a big deal, but it's a big deal in its own way because it took a while to get to this level, deciding to be in the car and recording and still trying to make the content relevant and staying at par with the comments and people's expectations and my own expectations. It has been a journey so far, and this is a journey that I want to carry forward into the next 11 months, upcoming 11 months. The idea is to come here every day for the next 12 months. That's a challenge that I have put on myself. I did this challenge with my podcast in 2021. Actually, the whole year I was posting every day, literally, entire the year of 2021. Um, some of those podcasts are also on this channel under the podcast, category. If you can go check them out. But I have a very special message for you. If you are an entrepreneur, you are a professional, it doesn't matter who you are, what you do. If you feel like you are stuck and you feel that you're overwhelmed and you have expectations that you want to, I would say goals that you have in your mind that you want to achieve, but something is stopping you, and you have tried everything, and including changing your habits, and to a point where your habits are draining you. If that's who you are, then I have a very, very special message for you on this video. On the very top, if you're watching this on YouTube, on the very top on the banner, you see that I just announced a 3-day challenge. This is another challenge, a 3-day challenge that is designed to level up your life. And so these 3 days are first of all, this is unique, this is different because we're tapping into the unconscious part of the human mind. See, you're tired, you're exhausted, you're overwhelmed, things are not happening. It is because the subconscious is running your life. Somebody else is running your life, and that somebody else is nothing but the subconscious mind. It's the programming. The programming has to be interrupted. First of all, understood, interrupted, changed, and deployed. The new programming has to be deployed. That's the idea behind any change. And that's exactly what we're going to do in 3 days. Okay. So, positive positioning challenge. No, I don't know where I'm pointing. Okay, right above on the banner, positive positioning challenge. Somewhere I'll put it on the video also. PositivePositioningChallenge.com is where you go, you register, you sign up, and all that, all those good things. But let's talk about, why this is necessary. This is important. It's not that I'm doing something, but it's why this is necessary, why this is relevant, how this is going to shift your game. Now, bottom line is this: the conscious part of the human mind is only 5%. And the unconscious part of the human mind is 95%. Since 95% of this human mind is where the values, the beliefs, the desires, both hidden desires, and obviously public desires, all those, everything, anything, when it comes to values and beliefs, the unconscious mind is something that has gathered or captured everything that it has encountered, or you in your life you have encountered since you were born. Some research now shows that even before you were born, that you have picked up the conversations and the values and beliefs of people in outside. And of course, I don't want to get into that part of the discussion, but ever since you started gaining, an identity as a kid born, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 6 years of existence, up all the way till to the point where the conscious mind started developing, right around the age 9. That's when it starts developing. So up till that point, the unconscious mind has captured everything consciously, even though you have gone on to educate yourself, to equip yourself with many different things, and with life you have graduated different layers and layers of both, as a as an teenager, as an adult, and also professionally, all those areas of life. So you have graduated different layers. But then when it comes to unconscious mind, all the beliefs, all the values, all the programming that was given very early on to you that still exists. In fact, because unconscious mind is 95% of the entire mind, it's obviously 10 times more powerful. Very simple, okay? And it decides what you do. And there are multiple videos on this channel. I talk about this. Um, you consciously, you have the skill, abilities, talent, you want to do something. But if the unconscious mind doesn't allow you to do that, let's say you have the skills and talents to make $1 million, and all your friends, people who got educated along with you in the same educational system, maybe same college and same degree, whatever, and they probably are doing incredibly amazing with their careers, and you look at them and look at yourself and say, what do I lack? Why am I not getting there? Or what does it take for me to get there? And then the challenge is you're putting in the right effort. In fact, you're putting in more effort than them, but still it's not happening. It's not happening because the programming in your unconscious mind is what is stopping you. We call the battleground. Your conscious mind pulls you in one direction, the unconscious mind pulls you in the other direction. For example, we don't have money, we are not destined to have money. Money is not something that we attract. We need to get a job. We need to, this is the programming that exists in unconscious mind, because that was the broader, those were the conversations in the house growing up. In my house, that was the conversation. So when I came into the business world, I wanted to do business. It was a direct conflict right there. The conscious mind sees the possibility. The unconscious mind doesn't see any of those things. It pulls me back. So there is momentum, but there is a pullback. Actually, the pullback is so powerful that it takes a while again to kind of get the energy and get going. And that's the conflict we call the war zone. So the conflict exists inside. So affirmations, they work. Willpower, yeah, we can heavy lift a lot of things with willpower. We need willpower, but nothing moves at a level, nothing moves the unconscious mind at a level that self-hypnosis does. And self-hypnosis is a powerful, mini micro dosage of self-hypnosis. Literally 5 to 7 minutes a day can drastically change your life once you have momentum in your area. Now let's talk about habits for a second. Why habits don't work? Because habits directly clash with identity of the individual. So habits are amazing, but habits do conflict. When your identity is not aligned, there's a conflict. Of course, there is emotional baggage, guilt, and trauma, all those things that might have happened over years. All that is also defining the identity. So in order to align the habits to the identity has to be shifted. Habits, you can keep on changing habits, but it's effort, it's misdirected effort, honestly speaking. So what we need is transformation that has a structure. Bottom line, you need a transformation. But the problem is transformation is this: people do break through. Okay, people do break through with different modalities. They read, they put in some effort. They pick up some projects. They, whatever it is. So they or some techniques and all that, and they do make breakthroughs. But people relapse. People quit smoking with willpower, they relapse. People quit, lose weight with willpower, they relapse. Why? Because the transformation has to be sustained, and there is nothing that can sustain it unless it's supported through the subconscious mind. That's the idea. Hence, what we do is we log the change in the subconscious mind, and we log the change using self-hypnosis. That's the idea behind this. See, you have a whole day. And whole day is what we use every day. We wake up, we use the entire day to go after our goals. And the bigger the goal, the mightier the effort. We're putting in the time, we're putting in our resources, and we're working hard to get to our goals. Now, whatever the actions that we are taking, those actions, we are filling time with those actions so that we achieve the bigger goals. But the gap between the action and time is what is the alignment. And that alignment is what self-hypnosis does. My idea is that in 3 days, I'm going to give you the shift, the structure, and the momentum. It's going to be incredible. So the details are on PositivePositioningChallenge.com. Go check it out if this makes sense to you. If you believe somebody else will benefit from this, somebody who you know, by all means, forward that to them. It's going to be Again, if the timings don't work for you, don't worry, we'll record these events. They're all the recordings are available and all that stuff. You will get access to that, so you're not getting you're not going to miss out on anything. But this is a game changer. This is, I know, because I've done this in bits and pieces in different variations over the last 20 years. So I'm coming from a very good place running this. It's going to be incredible. I wouldn't be even talking about this on this channel if I absolutely 100% don't believe that this is the change that you need. Okay, there are many different self-hypnosis modalities and techniques, but this one is different because, understand, yesterday I recorded a video talking about the freedom of thought, and I talked about the education, psychology, and innovation as a triangle. I'm going to leave the video on the top. And I talked about the book, The Art of Thought, and a book that was written nearly 100 years ago by Graham Wallace, who was the co-founder of the London School of Economics, and he was a social psychologist. In that book, he talked about how the subconscious is the only way to create the aha moments in life. The entire book was based on subconscious mind. He combined both logical thinking and philosophy together in putting together a 4-step process on how you can become creative, and how do you create, start making breakthroughs in your life and bringing spiritual awakening into your life and all that. So anyway, so go check that video. And if you are coming in, you are in for a treat. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be wonderful. Okay, so I'm going to stop here. Hopefully this was helpful. And again, tomorrow I'm going to come back. I'm going to record a special video on the channel where I'm going to be talking about all the, the growth that has happened. Even though I did not come here for any numbers, but I do want to share some numbers with you tomorrow, once I make up my mind. But this challenge is coming up very, very quickly in a week's time. So I want, if you're coming in fact, most of my time is going to be gone preparing for this challenge. But if you're coming in, it's going to be amazing. Okay, that's all for now. Wherever you are, you be safe. And I'll be talking to you as early as tomorrow on this channel. Take care. Bye now.